Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. I'll be supporting this bill today because it's about delivery. It's about delivery of a manifesto commitment that we made. It's about delivery which brings in legislation which reflects the mood of the nation. It's about delivering the end of freedom of movement. It's about delivery of a points-based system, a system which many people across this country have called for many years and have been ignored by politicians, and it's about this government delivering on that promise. Many seem to have forgotten about the political tsunamis that the referendum and the 2019 election caused. Many of the opposition benches and living rooms have forgotten about those two elections. It was about working class people being ignored for generations about their concerns and their views and their problems. It was about people who were voting for politicians who had ignored them for decades. And it was about people who had decided that they had had enough and replaced those politicians with a new generation of politicians in this place and voting Conservative for the first time in many areas, in working class communities, in my constituency, for the many times in decades. Immigration, Mr Deputy Speaker, is often, as many people are often confused that this debate is based on race and someone's country of origin. Nothing can be further from the truth. It's about jobs and it's about services. I find it really frustrating listening to honourable and right honourable members on the opposition benches and businesses when the only solution they seem to be able to find to workforce issues is immigration. That is not the only way of solving workforce issues. And are we to say that we're supposed to ignore the thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people across this country who have talent and could contribute to economically to this country? Are we supposed to say that we're going to ignore them? In my constituency, there's over 4,000 people who are economically inactive, people who are claiming out of work benefits, many of whom could and can contribute. Are we to tell them that we're going to completely ignore them and that the fact that they are beyond reach, that they are being able to have experienced the benefits of work, that the security of a pay packet is beyond reach for them? I don't think so. And are businesses, some businesses and the opposition, really saying that we shouldn't be investing in the skills and the future of people across this country? Because I'm certainly not. And I see it as my duty as a Member of Parliament that we do need to invest in skills and the contribution that people can make. And I also think that business has a key role in playing in that too, Mr Deputy Speaker. Now, many people on the opposition benches will have you believe that this is about closing the door to the world, when anything could be further from the truth. It's about opening it up for the best and the brightest from around the world and not just the European Union. It's about a sensible and common sense approach to immigration. Now, a number of constituents have contacted me, Mr Deputy Speaker, about their concerns about the Channel crossing and also illegal migration. And I say to them that I hear you and I agree with you. I share those concerns. And what we need to do, and if it wasn't for the indecision and inability of the previous Parliament to actually make a decision, we'd have been well on the road to progress to solving this issue. And I have faith that it's this government and this Home Secretary that will solve this problem. In conclusion, Mr Deputy Speaker, many on the opposition benches would say that they don't trust the government to deliver on this. Well, I'm afraid we were never asking for their trust, because they gave the electorate their ideas, they had their manifesto, and it was roundly rejected across the country, Mr Deputy Speaker. And it was this party whose ideas of ending free movement and installing a points-based system, which was supported by the majority of this country, and that's exactly what we're going to do and why I'm proud to support this bill. Thank you, Mr Deputy.